The game is all ready for our second series of the night. 80 for the winner, 20 for the loser. Snoxtar versus Angry. It's a Polish civil war. 5,300 MMR, 5-4, 5-5, whatever. It's gonna be a fun series.
Let's get it on.
Round 1, fight!
In the top right side, his name may suggest that he is very aggressive, but I actually think he's a really nice guy. I've played many games against him, and to me he's always been sweet and polite. I think he streams a decent amount as well. A Polish Terran player is Angry, making his debut. He has never played before in the BBB. This is his first time. And he's gonna duke it out with this guy, the man who's opening up with a gas and a pool. I wonder why. Hailing from Poland to his second series. He won the first. This is Snoxtar. And you guys need to help me. I know he beat a Protoss 3-2. It was a bit of a clown fiesta, but I forgot which Protoss he played. He had a 3-2 victory over a toss, but I forgot which one it was. I just remember that game on Equilibrium where he made a gazillion roaches of 44 drones and he was stuck forever. It was entertaining, also painful. I don't know who he played anymore. It was maybe like 8-10 weeks ago, something along those lines. So we're gonna open up with a bunch of links with speed, and since Angry has, I want to say not SCV scouted, but he's SCV scouting now. I'd say it's a little late, but it's still a scout. Can we save our CC though? I mean, Reapers are good. Command center's built quick. The man now knows that this is a pool before a hatch. He's gonna see these links run to the other side of the map. Wants to go in because he wants to see if any gas has been mined, and he sees the gas. That's big because now you can click on the gas as well. You can see how much gas has been mined. So he knows what's up. How are we going to save this command center? Will this be problematic or will it be easy? I gotta rebuild my internet points, but who's got the information? I think Snoxtar is a minor favorite, but I have no idea how good his ZVT is. Command center is gonna be in trouble though, guys. The Reaper is a little bit out of position, and that means that this SCV will not be able to complete the CC for now. Link speed is about to kick in. You don't want to lose your Reaper here. Wow, he's just gonna pull a lot of SCVs to the low ground. Oh, Reaper is in trouble. Oh no, no, Angry, no. Can he get the CC done at least? He will be able. Oh, that was so close. That was so close. I mean, it's still very painful. He completes the command center, but he loses the Reaper, loses 5 SCVs. You can't really be too happy with that. But it would have been a whole lot worse if that command center still had the wrapping paper on. Because if that would have happened, well, then we just never complete that thing. Still think we're in trouble. I think Angry also knows that he's in a bit of trouble. And Legalek agrees with me. They often do. I know better than a Legalek though. I believe that I can beat that robot. We should do a tournament once, Roddy versus a Legalek. See who nails the predictions better. I bet on myself. I'm sure they'll put up a good fight, but I think I'll bring it home. Roach Wine has been dropped on the side of Snoxtar Fusion Core. Despite the fact, guys, that we lost 5 SCVs and our command center got delayed, Angry is gonna take a page out of the playbook of Gumio or Nathanius and open up with a fusion core. Well, let's see. It's rough though. 18 workers behind, guys. In a 5-minute game, our man Angry is 18 workers behind. That's just a little too many. He's building 3 SCVs at a time now, and Snoxtar is losing a couple drones because he's getting some spore crawlers and maybe an extractor here and there. Do we even have money to build a very expensive BC? We do now. You believe in the BC? Green count is 5, and we've got a spore crawler per mineral line. 3rd spore crawler on the way. Send your Viking back, land it. Land it and kill this creep tumor. That would be a sick play. Land your Viking for a split second and kill the creep tumor. It's a shame he didn't do that. We'll be able to supply block Snoxtar. Gets the guaranteed kill. Snoxtar is actually dropping a Spire. That is obviously going to do great things for him. Angry does enjoy mech from time to time against Protoss. Apparently he enjoys it against Zerg too. I mean, I always kind of believe in mech, but not with a start like this. I mean, I need a second anyway after that absolutely wild game 5 between J Money and Beat Blitz. That was one hell of a game. At one point I thought that Beat Blitz still had it. Because he was actually doing pretty good against all the roaches and he kept all the bases alive. It was a banging double scan by Angry. Maybe he's trying to figure out what would be the best place for a battlecruiser to jump in. And maybe after dropping those scans he's like, you know what? There is no best place. Snoxtar knows, as he has apparently already scouted the fusion core, so he's even building the safety spore crawl in next to the Spire. Yeah. Well, dig in our heels, right? We're just gonna grave ourselves in and hope that we can weather the storm that is Snoxtar, who I'm sure is gonna rally a lot of units to the other side of the map eventually. Hello, Bruno. I hope you had fun last night, mate, with your event. I was very surprised by the scores. I did predict Mixu to win, but I didn't think Mixu would win 3-0. And the PvP to go 3-0 was also very surprising to me. Not sure about attacking of 65 drones, and that's kind of what Snoxtar wants to do by the looks of it. I mean, this could work. If he waits a little longer, then he should be able to like properly explode, and you don't show up with 9 roaches, you're gonna show up with 20 roaches, a couple ravages, a few corruptors in the mix. How long were the games? Because I couldn't see the games yet. I just, as soon as I woke up, I opened Liquipedia, I took a look at the scores, and I was like, whoa, okay. Snoxtar's mechanics are on point, as you guys can see, when it comes to spreading creep, and especially with a start like this. But I don't know about this attack. He is up 40 army supply. It might work, but I still think it's risky, because I don't think it was really necessary. He is going to go in real deep. He's going to take out the first tank. Then will he be able to kill that second tank? It is not that quick, but eventually he is going to be able to get it. The BCs are now going to show up as well. Corruptor count is 5. We might be able to repair these BCs for a little bit. Come on, SCVs, mules, anything. Unfortunately for Angry, he's not able to repair that battlecruiser in time. I think there is a world where he could have defended this attack. And he might still be able to push it back for a little bit, but he's already taken, I think, a catastrophic amount of economic damage. Snoxtar with the pull first, the early speedlings got himself very far ahead. And by the looks of it, he's going to be able to close the game out here. The man is on fire in the BBB. A 3-2 victory over whatever Protoss he played 10 weeks ago. And now taking the 1-0 lead over his buddy, his friend Angry. Both of these guys, proper members of the Polish community. I think they play a lot in the Polish tournaments and whatnot. Angry is forced to tap out. GG. Snoxtar takes the 1-0 lead. Maybe that's something that he knows. Angry likes to go for a late SCV scout, go Reaper with an expand on the low ground, and he felt he could punish it with speedlings. And he absolutely could. After this series, we've got a PvT, guys, between Foxer and Art. And it's not the Polish Art, it's the Russian Art. And I actually learned something new yesterday or the day before. He asked me what time we'd be playing. And I said, like, well, I think you will play around 8 p.m. Central European time. So, assuming your Moscow time, that's around 10. And he made smiley face. He's like, it's not 10. I was like, oh, where do you live? And apparently the boy lives in Novosibirsk. So it's going to be like 3 a.m. for Art. He said, but it's okay. I would like to play. And so I hope that he had a little nap somewhere. I had no idea that the boy was from Siberia. I was like, what's the temperature? And he's like, it's not so bad. And I was like, good. Alright, 1-0 lead for this man.
Round 2. Fight!
Top right side of Ghost River. We are looking at the main base of the man who has taken the 1-0 lead. The Polish Zerg, Snoxtar. Top left side, the man who tried to make some Macareno action happen. Unfortunately, was just a little bit too far behind. I wonder, with a bunker there and slightly quicker repair on a second battlecruiser, would he have been able to at least hold on for a little while longer and still turn that game into something? I guess we'll never know unless we resume it from replay. This is the Polish Terran, Angry. Tomorrow morning, Stars War will also continue. So if you guys want to see some more Maru, Classic, Hero, Beyond, I believe that's going to start noon tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be home in time for that, but I'll do my best. I think it should work out. I might literally go live the moment that game 1 starts. So, no warm-up, no ladder games, but I do think we'll be able to watch it. $6 a.m. on a Saturday, no tanks. I'm going to have to do some F1 with my boys at 3 a.m. on a Sunday. How was Padel, Roddy? Today, Benny, I dominated me. I was amazing. This is exactly the session I needed to completely smash Lino and Andre tomorrow. And I love Lino and Andre. And I may give them a couple points and I may give them a game here and there, but... oh. They will be going back to the drawing board, baby. Lino is gonna sell stock in his company to build a padel court in his backyard after the ass whooping he's gonna get from me tomorrow. Angry has dropped an Omega early Roach Warren, guys. A Roach Warren 1 minute and 40 seconds into the game. So this boy really is up to no good today. Angry is gonna build a high ground CC, so that should go alright, no? Can we save the SCV? I think we can. Now we just need to scout that there is a very, very, very early Roach one. I have no idea, by the way, guys, how Cyclones would do here. Like, are the new Cyclones in the early game, would they be good against slow Roaches and Ravages? I'm gonna assume yes. But I have just not seen that interaction at all. It's a brand new patch, and I have played a couple games. Don't lose the Reaper! Okay, don't lose the Reaper. Well, Snoxtar is gonna drone behind this. So what is it? A triple Ravager opening? Is that what it is? Patch is live, yes. New maps are live. Patch is live. They're mostly going to be worse against Lynx, but they will be fine against Roaches. Foxy says they're worse than Roaches. I almost got absolutely smacked by a 4,800 MMR Terran. Because I tried to battle 10 Cyclones with 5 Stalkers with Blink. It did not go well. Before you say, but Roddy, couldn't 10 Cyclones beat 5 Stalkers? Not in my book. We have not lowered the depot, so we can't really repair our reactor. These Ravagers still doing a decent amount of damage. Wow, I didn't think that you could snipe the refinery, but I guess that makes sense. I have never really seen any early Roach 1 on this map against Terran, but killing the depots is something that we're very used to. Killing a refinery, that's not something I'm used to. Angry is doing a good job in at least cranking out SCVs non-stop, and he's going to build a couple of barracks behind this. I mean, not a bad start for Snoxtar, but he did do all of this with a very low economy at first. As you guys can see, there was a pretty big economic lead on the side of Angry. Is this enough to justify all of that? I don't think so, personally. I've always hated this Banshee skin, by the way. This Banshee skin makes it look like it's 2D. It's made out of paper. The only thing that I really enjoy about this Banshee skin is seeing a Phoenix gun on top of it. They do so much If only Phoenix would deal that much damage against everything. Cloak is not on the way, so it's definitely not done. Maybe we just wanted to make one safety Banshee to push back the Ravages, and that didn't even really work, because now a couple of Lings and 2 Ravages are going to show up. Angry is going to be forced to battle here. Corrosive Bow is... Oh my goodness, Angry! That is a very painful misclick, my friend. He was indecisive on whether or not he should send the Marines to the low ground to battle the Lings and battle the Ravages, and he eats a Corrosive Bow in the middle of the pack, and this Corrosive Bow is the money shot. Oh my. Angry is falling apart here a little. Ay ay ay. Snoxtar looking like he's going to take the 2-0 lead here, because this is once more an absolutely ridiculous amount of damage in a scenario where he should deal no damage. If the Banshee is at home, if the Marines are in the right position, those Lings and 2 Ravages do nothing. Ay ay ay. That's very, very painful for Angry. It should not have gone like that. This game doesn't look bad, guys. 30 SCVs against 35 drones. And we have a 3-rack setup, plus 1 is on the way. If anything, I would say I like this game for Angry. He's just so indecisive here. How do I save the SCVs? How do I save the Marines? Ugh. Pain. Pain with a capital P. Snoxtar takes the 2-0 lead as he is trying to get us back on track. If he wins another game like that, he'll probably slide me a DM and saying, Roddy, that's the easiest 80 bucks that I've ever made in my life. How many zlotys is that, guys? Like 350 or something? Boys, cooking. Probably not 350, 320. Can do a lot of great things with that in Katowice. Or Krakow. 2-0 lead for the man who has a 1-0 record in the BBB. Angry so far is having a bit of a horrific debut. No matter how bad your series is, if you're on time and you're a nice guy, I'm always willing to invite you again. And I know Angry is good. I've played a lot of games against him. He is way better than what these 2 games have shown us so far. I hope for him that he can start turning things around.
Round 3. Fight!
As we have loaded into one of our older maps, Site Delta is going to be the 3rd battleground. Top left side. So far 2 games to forget about very, very quickly. He may actually feel like his nickname at this point. It's Angry. And in the bottom right side, representing Platinum Esports, this is the Polish Zerg, taking a 2-0 lead. Is he about to get back-to-back wins in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts? This is Snoxtar. 343 zloty. Did you convert US dollars though, or euros? But MMR, these guys are around 5,400 MMR. 5,4, 5,5 euros. Yeah, but we are giving away dollars in prize money, so. It is always $500 that we give away on the Friday night. And that is obviously brought to you guys by Basilisk. If you guys want to show some love to Basilisk, exclamation mark Basilisk in the chat. You guys can also join the Basilisk Discord, where you guys can maybe catch Reynor, Serral, or ask some questions to anybody of Basilisk who's in charge of certain things. You guys can do that. What's the meaning of Basilisk? That, my friend, is a top tier secret. But if you join the Discord, you might be able to find out. And if you are into Magic the Gathering, it's also worth joining the Basilisk Discord, because I do believe that we are planting some seeds and expanding within the Magic scene. I personally am clueless about Magic. I think it's cool, but I know nothing about it. I'm a Pokemon card kind of guy. But if you are into Magic the Gathering, it's absolutely worth joining the Basilisk Discord and see if there is anything that interests you there. I cannot answer anything related to Magic, but join the Basilisk Discord and ask your questions there, and I am sure that you get an answer. When you consider the gifted subs and the BBB prize money, Basilisk has given more than 38,000 over the course of 55 Fridays. And don't forget that we had the anniversary edition, where the prize pool was a lot bigger. Yes, Basilisk is very committed. They are fantastic. I tell you guys very often that this is by far and away the best team that I've ever been on. And hopefully for many more years to come. I was very close then, Aridian. I said 320. If it's 318, I was only off by 2. I know my Polish currency. Maybe I'll open some Magic the Gathering cards one day. If there is a new set that comes out, maybe we can do like a ladder session where every single time I win a ladder game, I can open a pack of Magic cards. And then you guys can let me know if I got something good or not. I was very good at Warcraft 3 too. And I was on great teams in Warcraft. I mean, a lot of them will not ring any bells to you guys, like Sirius or 3WD. But I was also on Fnatic, and I'm sure that all of you guys know Fnatic. And I don't want to brag, but I was even the captain of the Fnatic Warcraft 3 team. I know. Pretty big deal. Fnatic was obviously very cool too, and they were very good to me. I still have a good relationship with them. But there is only one Basilisk. Fnatic is a big deal, I would say. I wouldn't say that Fnatic was a big deal. I think Fnatic is a big deal. I think they're massive in almost every single esports that you can think of. Snoxtar dropping another Roach Warn. This time around it is a little bit later though. It's not 1 minute and 40 seconds into this game. So finally guys, Angry is able to just get a build going. And hopefully we can see what he is made of. He is going to drop another very early fusion core. 4 minutes. This man loves his BCs. Lings are going to run into the natural, but we've got 14 Marines at home. So what? This is a bit confusing though, because he's making it look like he's playing 2-1-1. But he doesn't have a single tech lab on the barracks at the moment. This Overlord Scout is big by Snoxtar, so the Marines got pulled out of position. As he is going to make this... So what? I'm so confused. I don't know what I'm looking at. This Overlord Scout is massive. If you would see this move out, normally you would really think of different stuff than a fusion core of 2 bases. They haven't been good in that game for years. I think they've still had a decent team from time to time, but Fnatic is very good, I think, in many esports. I believe they're great in League. I'm sure they're good in Valorant. They always have an okay-ish Dota team, but they've never had the best Dota team. Always kind of okay. These Marines guys don't have stim, don't have combat shield. I don't know what exactly Angry has in mind with this build, but I assume denying the Overlord Scout plays a very, very big role in the success of his opening. I guess it's just a double medevac into mech. 1 barracks, a reactor, 60 Marines into mech. Widowmine gets a little shut off. I guess we had 14 Marines in a Widowmine. I went in with Team Spirit, win a champ. I love how our man Soul changed his name to Spirit. And then Spirit won TI. Well, maybe I should have gone for a different nickname in the end. Now they probably won't quite think of me when anybody says Spirit. 6 Hellions cruising around, killing a couple of Zerglings. Snoxtar is going to run these slow roaches to the other side of the map, but Big Daddy Battlecruiser is here. I should really find a way to show off my Battlecruiser statue. I miss showing off what kind of a cool nerd I am. All of these Lings are going to YOLO into the natural, so we got a BC dealing with roaches. A couple of Hellions YOLOing into the natural, and then we have that little Marine drop in the back of the 3rd base. It is triple prong. And he is dealing decent damage. Well, medevac is super low on HP though. I don't know if you can really safely pick up any Marines with that medevac. I'm afraid that the answer is no. Queens are going very far forward. One Queen was close to dying, but in the end will get saved. Don't lose your medevac. No! Loses both of them. Meanwhile, that BC is just chilling at home. Kind of feels that if this battlecruiser would have jumped into the natural to help out the Hellions, that could have been big. Or I would have been with the Marines. But I guess he's very afraid of losing it. Because that Spire is done, Corruptors are on the way. What was Spirit's reason again to change his name? Yeah, I believe that's Soul went to Spirit. because he said he lost too many games against Protoss, and his soul left his body, and all that's left is his spirit. And that's when he went for the career change of going from soul to spirit. Wouldn't say it's been a disaster or a name change, but perhaps hope for more. Angry is only down a couple of SCVs, and he's got a 3 base setup. I think we can all agree that this is by far and away the best start that Angry has had in this series, but it says a whole lot more about the other games than about this one. This will most likely come down to the very first big push. Snoxtar isn't really like Reynor, where it's now all about going up to 5 or 6 bases and, you know, consuming the entire map. I feel like he's an all eggs in one basket kind of Zerg. And he just says, I believe that I can max out on Lynx, Roaches, Ravages, Corruptors, or get close to maxing out and take a good fight. I don't think he's going to take a great fight here, but let's see. Couple of extra tanks coming in. 3 of the tanks are sieged up. The command center is a little bit low on HP. The Corruptors are looking for them battle cruisers. The first BC is dead. The second battle cruiser is going to get picked off as well, so the Corruptors were awesome. The ground Zerg army, though, got obliterated. Now we're going to use caustic spray on a couple of these refineries. The Cyclones are going to try to save the day. Factories can go away. Single factory dies. Now we have some Zerglings, but they will get obliterated too. I mean, this is more than a fine hold. It's not that Snoxtar has Hive and he can already morph the Corruptors into Broodlords. So, I guess it's a win. Units lost resource tab shows us that Angry did lose a little bit more. Now, BCs are like 700 resources, so if you lose 2 of them, that adds up. Angry is just not that rich as a Zerg. Koreans are the best in name changes. Not sure if I would agree with that. I still call Shin Ragnarok, so I'm not sure if that one is really working out. I'll do the same as I did with Oliveira. If he wins IEM Katowice, I'll definitely start calling him Shin. I'm joking, obviously. I've been trying. But he just still feels like Ragnarok to me. I've known him as Ragnarok for so many years, it's hard to just let it go. Hive is 30% done as Snoxtar fires up a couple of meters as well. He's got 9 of them. He's going up to 10, 11, whatever it is. How many Cyclones do we have? 4. The lack of anti-air is a little bit concerning. Angry does not have a whole lot that shoots up. He is more than fine against Roaches. He's more than fine against Zerglings, Queens. I don't know if he's going to be fine in dealing with 18 Mutalisks, guys. 3 bases against 6 obviously looks like a problem too, but that's only really a problem if you have a garbage economy. For now he's fine, he's going up to 4. Economically I'm not that worried. What I am worried about is the lack of anti-air. That I think is a real concern. 4 Cyclones will not cut it, and Thors don't build very quick. I'm worried here. Now one of the Cyclones has actually died. And now he's going to immediately queue up Cyclones. He's like, wait a minute, you just lost all of your Roaches trying to kill a couple of my Cyclones? That must mean that it's no longer about the Roaches, it's about the Mutas. We need missile turrets, guys. Like, turrets everywhere. If you build like a bunch of turrets and you buy some time for a few Thors to come out, 1 Thor is great, but we need more than 1. This is a very, very big moment in this game. If the Thor and Cyclones die, there's a good chance that Snoxtar is just going to win with all of these Mutalisks. And it seems like there really is nothing saving this Thor. Angry did not expect that many Mutalisks to show up. And it's Snoxtar who gets a decisive one-sided 3-0 victory in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. As he said, Roddy, I'm in charge. I rule the streets of Poland. This Polish civil war belongs to me. Well, we are back on schedule. That's a good thing. The bad thing is that it was a trio, and I feel Angry is way better than what he was able to show tonight. So, a little bit unlucky for our Polish Terran, but we'll find someone else for him in the future. And the next time that Snoxtar plays, guys, we'll give him an absolute animal. Because 2 wins in a row, that's a little bit too much. Let's go ahead and settle this. Choose prediction outcome. 78% of you guys believe Snoxtar was going to win. He didn't just win, he kind of crushed. He dominated. Well done. Next up is Foxer, USAT versus Art, I believe. No, it's like this. It's the Russian art. We have 2 arts in the European scene. We have a Polish art and we have the Russian art. The Polish one is a bit older. The Russian one is a proper youngster. He's like 17 or 18. Both of these guys are around 5,800 MMR. And I think it's going to be fun. Foxer, USA Terran. Art. Are you Protoss? A classic. I'll give you guys 15 minutes. I think it's okay. I'm going to go ahead and take a little break. It is nice to know that we are back on schedule. Yeah, sucks for our boy Angry. I feel Angry is a very fun player. I think he could have given us some great games. Maybe Snoxtar is just a bit better across the board, but I don't know. I feel like on a different day with 1 or 2 changes, I think Angry would have been able to bring the fight to Snoxtar, and this could have been a very close series. But unfortunately for Angry and for all the Terrans out there, today wasn't that day. We're going to take a couple minutes. After that, we'll be back. We've got a PVT coming up. Foxer has played a couple times in the BBB, but not all that many, maybe 3 or 4. Art has never played in the BASILISK Big Brain Bouts. So we've got another Russian young Protoss. We've given Shameless a couple of opportunities. Today, it is the chance for Art to show us what he's made of. And see if he can win on his debut. Take a tiny break. After that, I'll be back. BASILISK Big Brain Bouts number 55. We'll continue soon.